You know, there's a reason that cliches are cliches. Like why cheesy things are cheesy, you know? Outplayed almost. Like they say, look inside yourself for the answers you seek. It's true. That's why they're so cheesy. And it's funny because it's so strange how blind we are to certain things before we experience them. How much we deny certain things and how much we ignore just because of the way we were brought up or the way we were taught to believe. It doesn't matter who taught you. I mean, you could be you. You know what I mean? One of the first things they do if you fall off a horse is to get right back on. And it hurts falling off a horse, man. That shit ain't easy. God forbid that thing kicks you. Jesus Christ. But it's not only good for the rider, and obviously it's good for the rider because you have to get immediately over that fear and get right back on. Same thing as like a bike or a skateboard, anything. Because once that boundary is crossed, it's very, very hard, if not impossible, to retrace those steps and redo it. You'll always have that hesitation if you don't get back on right away. If you get back on right away, it's almost like, yeah, it happened, but look, we're good. And let me tell you something right now. I have never seen anyone fall off of a horse, a bike, anything like that, and got right back on again and fell immediately after. Like, that never happens. It's good for the horse too, because the horse goes through a traumatic period if it throws a rider off. I used to know this girl, she had a horse. Her parents bought her a horse, and it kicked her in the face by accident. It didn't mean to. It was just a reflex, and the thing wouldn't eat, and it was bad. Like, she got fucked up, like, you know what I mean? And the thing wouldn't eat, it wouldn't sleep for like weeks, almost died, until finally she came and she like talked to him, and then they became best friends again, I guess. And then I guess he never kicked her after that. But there's certain things that we just completely choose not to see and witness. And that is because that thing that I always emphasize, that I like things just the way they are. Being comfortable is one of the worst possible things that you could be. Hell, like for me, I love being comfortable, because everyone does. I mean, fuck, it's great, you know what I mean? I purposely do things to myself to inconvenience myself later. Do you know what I mean? And it's not like challenges. Like, I don't set things up. Well, actually, sometimes it is challenges. I hide things from myself, you know? Knowing full well that I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to be pissed, but I still do it. You know why? Because being stagnant and being comfortable is how you get dirt. They say cleanliness is next to godliness, right? And you say people have an OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder with cleaning. They clean everything, you know? Or other people just hire cleaning ladies. If you hire a cleaning lady and everything is clean all the time, that's great. But I think you need to experience a little bit of what it feels like to clean. And they always say, like, you know, the universe gives you signs, you know, always. The universe always tells you what's going on. For example, and I think that's true for the most part, but I also think that a lot of people are missing these signs, like they're taking them incorrectly. For instance, like, what are the signs saying, like, if you're, for example, you live alone, right? You're a bachelor, and you kind of sweep up a little bit and you do the dusting before you go to work. You go to work for 8 hours, you come back, you haven't been there for 8 hours, but somehow dust and dirt accumulates. So it's always kind of dirty. Like, it's always some sort of like dirt somewhere. And I read somewhere that that's the universe saying that it's not the right place for you right now. Like, you should move out. You know, you should think about other things, you know, other ventures or other locations to live. And I don't think that that's the case. I think that that's just the universe telling you that you need to know how to clean your fucking house more. You know what I mean? Like, if you want your house truly to be clean, like really, like you leave, yeah, sorry. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, next time you get a chance, take your shirt off, or just get a t-shirt, but take your shirt off. It works best this way. Go into the sink, get soap, and lather it up. And then in your bra if you're a woman, and, you know, no top if you're a man, or hey, no top, no bra if you're a woman too. Why not? Shit. Make your man happy. Mop your floor with a t-shirt. It doesn't have to be like your nice shirt, you know what I mean? But just do it with a piece of your clothing. because it signifies something. I guarantee you that if you manage to do that, if you manage to pull it off, like if you manage to actually do what I'm saying to you, you're gonna wring that shirt into the sink at 15 times minimum before the water runs clear. But at the end of it, you will, one, know how to mop, hopefully. Two, how dirty your fucking house is. And three, what it means to actually embody that cleanliness next to godliness shit. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you look around the house and you're like, oh my God, this place is fucking gross. But then like noon, 3 o'clock, it's not that gross anymore, but you haven't done anything. So what the fuck? Because you assimilated. If you walk into a room, it smells like shit. If something died, like a mouse. You walk into a place and it's, oh my God, it reeks of death. About 2 hours in, you don't even notice it anymore. Not even 2 hours, less than that. A couple minutes, 20 minutes. You don't notice shit. Why? Because you're used to it. That's why being comfortable is dangerous. Because you don't realize what you've been getting used to. You don't realize what you've been blocking, negating, omitting. Like when they closed down churches, right, for COVID, they said church wasn't non-essential at first. And people started flipping out. Oh my God, I can't go to church. I can't dress up. I haven't seen regular clothes in weeks. Well, why the fuck not? Why do you have to go to church to visit God? Why can't you dress up and walk around the block? So with a couple of people, like be gathering, same thing. Why do you have to signify, why do you have to work out at a gym? Why can't you go and lift rocks in the backyard if you have one, or push-ups in your bathroom? Like, what is it? Why does it have to be that specific? If you really want to work out, then you just work out. If you really want to pray to God, you will pray to God with or without clothes. And on that note, same note, you can do more of what your God wants you to do, not going to church. You know what I mean? Because what are you going to do to church? How are you going to show love to the person next to you in church? By giving them money, by praying louder than them, what? Knowing all the hymns? If you're walking around the block with a couple of people for God, you know, because the churches are closed, and you're walking down the street and you see two recycling bins knocked over on the sidewalk there, you know, with the tops off, empty, what do? They're not really in your way. You just step right over them, walk around. What do you care? But do you? Or do you pick them up and put them 6 inches into the driveway to the house to which they belong? Not all the way up, just out of the way. Put the lids back on. And don't look around if anyone's looking. Do you? What does that do? Why would you do that? Who are you showing love to? It doesn't fucking matter. Are you showing it to the person that didn't finish their job, or just did it poorly but didn't put the lids back on and threw the garbage can? Maybe it was the wind. Or are you showing love to the owner of the house? It doesn't fucking matter. And what's more important is that no one's looking. Because by odd chance, if somebody's walking their dog across the street and for 5 seconds they see a stranger help a stranger, maybe that'll spark a little bit of hope in them. And if no one sees it, you'll see it. That's what this is all about. Is doing those little gestures of kindness and niceness to people just because you can. Don't look for anything in return. Don't sit there and count your blessings and say how many favors you've done and then expect something from the universe, because you'll never get it. In fact, you're going to get more taken from you. What you have to do is do nice shit all the time and don't keep track. And then just know that maybe something will smile on you later on. But don't expect it. Because if it doesn't happen, you have to be just as happy as if it does in doing those things. Like, would you have done it if nothing happens? Yes. If I got nothing back, I would still pick up those garbage cans every single time. As long as I'm there, I'm not going to go out of my way. You know, if I make a plan, then yeah. But if I'm there, yeah, of course, why not? Help somebody with their groceries, hold the door, anything. But the best things are the ones when no one's looking. Doing the right thing when no one's looking is huge.